Hi there. Hope you have a fantastic day today. This lesson, I will teach you how to calculate perimeter involving circles. Of course, there's a PDF versions on the description below for you to download so you can work with me. Otherwise, let's go straight into it. First one, to work out the perimeter of these figures here. So they're all part of circles. So if you think about it, we have half of circle here, right? And then we have another half of this circle here. So this means that these two half circle combined, we have one circle like this. So, and the diameter is 8. So this is the semicircle for both. So both semicircle combined give me a whole circle. And we have half of a circle here as well. But then this one here, from here to here, is 8 centimeters. This means that for the large semicircle, the radius is 8. And the smaller circle, the diameter is 8 centimeters, okay? So let me just draw this out. So we have this larger semicircle here, okay? From here to here is 8 centimeters. Of course, this is 8 centimeters as well. So what we need to do is we just need to work out the circumference of this circle, and we find half of this circumference of this circle here, and then we just add them up and will give us the perimeter. Okay, keep that in mind. And we know that for the smaller circle, so we have perimeter equal. So because we know the diameter is 8 centimeters, so we can use pi d. There you go. Circumference of a circle is 2 pi r or pi d. And for the larger semicircle, so we have the radius is 8 centimeters. We can use circumference of a circle is 2 pi r. Or you can use pi d if you wish, but then the diameter will be 16 centimeters because 8 plus 8 is 16. Otherwise, I can just use, we add 2 pi times the radius. Then we only have half of the circle, which is times by half. So this one here is the circumference of the smaller circle. And this one here is the length of half of circle. That is the half of the circumference of the larger circle. Now I just substitute the value in. So that will give me equal pi times 8 plus 2 pi times the radius. So the radius for this is 8 centimeters. And then we just times a half. So that will give me, so I just go 8 times pi, and we add 2 times pi, that is 2 pi. We times 8 and then divide by 2, or times a half, or times 4 instead, because we know half of 8 is 4. Otherwise, just put on the calculator as is, okay? So 50.26 and so on. So therefore, correct to 1 decimal place, it should be 50.3. So the answer is 50.3 centimeters. So there you go. Please stop the video and try this one yourself. Hi there, I'm back. How did you go? Let me go through it with you. Before I do that, please do not forget to give me a thumb up and subscribe if you haven't done so you can help me to grow my channel. So let's get into it. So we know that this is half of circle with a diameter of 7. And same as this is another half of circle with the diameter of 7 as well. So these two half circle combined become a small circle, okay, or a circle if you like. So let me draw it out. So this is a circle with a diameter of 7 centimeters. Like that, okay? Then we have a semicircle here, half of circle, with the radius of 7. Okay, let me just draw it out. So we have a semicircle here, and then the radius for this is 7 centimeters. So now we just need to find the circumference of the small circle and the circumference of half of the larger circle, and we just add them together. So that means the perimeter P equal, so this circumference of circle here is 2 pi r or pi d, okay? Because we already have the diameter, so use pi d is easier, that's all. So that means pi d, and then we add the circumference of this circle here is, we use 2 pi times the radius because the radius is 7. Or you can write pi d, but then d is 14, okay? Keep that in mind. So we just add 2 pi r. That will give us the whole circle. We only need half of it, so we just times a half. Or you can divide by 2. Okay, nothing wrong with that. So now that becomes pi. The diameter is 7. And we add 2 pi times the radius, that is 7, times 1 over 2. That is shift pi times 7. We add 2 shift pi times 7 times 1 over 2. Or divided by 2. Or times 0.5 if you wish. So the answer is 43.98 and so on. Correct to 1 decimal place. So that would give me, because 9 plus 1 is 10. So instead of 43 becomes 44.0. Okay, because 9 plus 1 is 10. So that is 44.0 centimeters. So there you go. And I hope you got it correct. Please stop the video and try this one yourself. Hi there, I'm back. How did you go? Let me go through it with you. So first of all, for number 3, so we know that this half of circle and this half of circle combined give us the whole circle. Let me just draw this out. So this whole circle here. And we have the diameter is 5.5. So let me just draw on here. 5.5 centimeters. And we have this half of circle here, and this half combined will give us another circle. So we just add this circle. And the diameter is 5.5 as well. 5.5 centimeters. So there you go. So that becomes 2 circles altogether because they both are the same diameter. So what I do, I just write P. So P, perimeter, is pi d because we already know the diameter. That gives us 1 circle and 2 of them exactly the same, which is times 2. There you go. So that is pi times the diameter, that is 5.5 times 2. That will give me, so I just go shift pi times 5.5 times 2. So there you go, 34.557 and so on. Correct to 1 decimal place. The number after 5 is 5, right? So 34.6 centimeters. So 34.6 centimeters. So there you go. And I hope you got it correct. Now, question number 4. We have half of circle here and another half of circle. So these 2 half circles combined give us a full circle. So let me just draw it out. So we have a full circle with a diameter of 4.8 centimeters. 4.8 centimeters. And then we have this half of circle. So that means, let me just draw it out. We add this half of circle. And the radius of this is 4.8 centimeters. Don't forget, because it's from here to here is 4.8. So now we just need to calculate the perimeter of this. And we add this circumference, half of a circle, and that should give us the answer. Now let me just write P. Perimeter is point D, because the small circle, we know the diameter is 4.8. And we plus, okay, this semicircle, so which is 2 pi r, because we know the radius of the larger circle is 4.8. And we need to times by a half, because only half of a circle. So the circumference is 2 pi r, and we times by half. So there you go. Now we just substitute this value in. So equal to pi times 4.8 is the diameter. We add 2 pi times the radius. So that is 4.8, and we times a half. That is equal to, so shift pi times 4.8, and we add 2, shift pi times 4.8 times 1 over 2. There you go. 30.15 and so on. Correct to 1 decimal place. The number after 1 is 5. So therefore we add 1 to 1. So 1 plus 1 is 2. So 30.2 centimeters. And don't forget the units, okay? So 30.2 centimeters. So there you go. Please stop the video and try this one yourself. Hi there, I'm back. How do you go? Let me go through them with you. So first of all, this half of circle combined with this half of circle will give us one full circle, and the diameter is 12.5. So let me just draw it out for you, okay? So we have this circle here. The diameter is 12.5. We now have this half of circle and this half of circle. So combined will give me a circle as well. So let me just draw it out. So we add another circle, circumference of this, okay? And the diameter is 12.5 centimeters. This is centimeters. So this means that we have two circles and both are the same. So we just need to work out circumference of one circle and we times 2. So that will give me perimeter is pi d, and we times 2 because 2 circles, and the diameter is 12.5. So pi times 12.5 times 2. That will give me shift pi times 12.5 times 2. There you go. Of course, you can do one circle and work out the other circle. You add them up, okay? But this is just quicker, that's all. So 78.5, because the number after 5 is 3, so less than 5. So 78.5. 78.5 centimeters. So there you go. Now, question number 6. So we have a quarter of circle, okay? This one here is a quarter of circle. So we just need to find the arc length of this quarter of a circle. And we have another quarter of circle. So that becomes 2 quarters, right? and we add another quarter, so become 3/4 of a circle. Add another one, so will give us full circle. Okay, keep that in mind. So this means that we have P equal, we can use pi d or 2 pi r, doesn't really matter. Okay, now if you think about it, we have a quarter, 1/4, and 4/4 together. We have a circle like this. If we cut them out and put them together, become a circle. And don't forget, from here to here is the radius. And all the way from here to here, another radius. So therefore, 23.6 is the diameter. Okay, keep that in mind. 2 radius become a diameter. So like this. So this is the diameter is 23.6 centimeters. So we just need to find the circumference of this circle here. That's all it is. Otherwise, you can work out the arc length of this. That is 1/4 of the circle, and we just times by 4 if you wish, but quicker if you do like this, and easier, I think, anyway. So equal pi times the diameter, that is 23.6. So that will give me, so I just put on a calculator. So I just go pi times 23.6. There you go, 74.1 centimeters. 74.1 centimeters. That is the answer. So there you go. And I hope you got all of them correct. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.